Hi, my name is Geneva Kowalski. I am an architect at Studio K2 Architecture in Denver, the executive chair of Women in Design, and also a part-time yoga teacher for Patagonia. So still doing the online yoga and mixing it with social and environmental activism. I'm filming today from my new home office with animals everywhere. And let's see, to start, I wanted to talk a little bit about where I feel the most creative. So definitely had to create a little creative environment at home. So always, at least for me, really important to see out a window. And when I'm not sitting at the desk, or actually rather standing typically, I like to bike a lot. Commuting through the city, when I went into the office every day, it was via bike commuting. And for me, that is a really great creative space. The movement of, just like a cadence of moving your legs and then also seeing the city at the speed of a bicycle, for me, is really stimulating. Getting to observe people and the way that the streets are changing is so interesting. So definitely a little bit of a weekend warrior, and kind of leads me to my next big project that I started in 2020 while lockdown was like in full effect. I think everybody was feeling that cabin fever. I started getting really anxious about getting outside. And back when I had a 6-week-old, we wanted to go to Moab and still do our fall tradition. So we ended up buying the smallest camper we could find. So it's a 14-footer, and it's like 2006 or 12 or something like that. But the very, very beige interiors. So my March project was during those cold nights where you really couldn't do anything. You couldn't really leave the house. We didn't know if we had enough toilet paper. After we put Teddy to sleep, it would be working on the camper. So I'm actually going to move to that for the second part of this video. All right. So here we are in my March, April, moving into May creative project. So this is our little home away from home camper. It was wallpapered with like a very beigey color. In fact, I think inside the bathroom, I didn't get to painting that. Painting the cabinets with chalk paint, putting in a vinyl tile, putting all of the cabinets. Well, that was a microwave, but who needs a microwave when you're camping? So building a little cabinet, painting everything, the uppers white, and it was a lot of fun. We used leather samples to make the little snapbacks for the light canceling curtains, because that is so important when you have a 2-year-old. You want them to sleep as late as possible. It was a really great, little project. Who did some plumbing too. That was fun. Converting camper plumbing, which is plastic in a different size, to a residential faucet connection. That was a lot of YouTubing. One thing that I would, have as a piece of advice to my younger self and other creatives is that you don't have to be the best at something to start it. And in fact, you don't even have to, master something, but perhaps just the action of it gives you joy. So I dabble in a lot of different things. Watercolor occasionally, or knitting has been a really fun pastime of mine that, I put down maybe like 2 years ago after I had a kid, and I haven't really picked back up, but that skill set is still there. Getting into little projects like this, occasionally sewing, uh, even things like mountain biking, rock climbing, they're all things that I think really help to ground me as a person, bring me delight, and I'm never going to be a master watercolorist or be able to sell or make money from my knitting, but it still provides a sense of joy and creative outlet when work isn't as creative as it could be some days. Sometimes it's just emails and door schedules, and sometimes it is really a creative job. But that is what I have found to create a little bit of joy and, takes the pressure off. So hope everyone is doing well, finding fun little projects that you otherwise wouldn't have time for, and hopefully you're getting out and enjoying the outdoors. Thanks.